What do you think the metrics are on gamers in India? Let me educate you. There are 350 million gamers in India.
To explain in layman terms as to what esports or what this kind of gaming is?
I don't know if there's a textbook definition, but I guess it's
E to electronic. That means this is something that you're playing online or electronically.
on a computer or on a mobile.
And then the second word is sport. The International Olympic Committee says any competitive action that involves two or more sportsmen, teams, players, individuals, when they compete against each other in any discipline, are either better than the other person because they're stronger, they're faster, or they're higher.
I've heard that, it is a multiple billion dollars industry actually. It's not even a $1 billion industry. So from that point, it makes sense. But at this age for my child, I'm not really sure.
And India has a very unique culture, unique scene and unique mindset of the people who are getting into it. And this is a story that people who come from abroad will not be able to tell it.
मैं हार्टस्टोन खेलता हूँ जो एक स्ट्रेटेजिकल टर्न बेस्ड कार्ड गेम है. पहले मेरा जो इंटरेस्ट था डोटा, उसमें जो 2 लिमिटेशंस थे कि टीम बेस्ड गेम है और अच्छा इंटरनेट रिक्वायर्ड रहता है उसमें.
These kids use a mouse on their right hand, they use a keyboard with their left hand, which are doing two separate things. Their eyes are on two parts of the screen and their mouth is talking to 4 teammates. The physical response that is required to go ahead and do that is what makes esports a sport.
I think it's inevitable. I think it's going to take over. I think irrespective of what I am exposing my kids to, they get exposed to it any which way.
तो खुशी इस बात की है कि जब पेपर पे नाम आया तो ना करेगा क्या, ये कब खेलता रहता है. फिर इसने मुंबई को रिप्रेजेंट किया, महाराष्ट्र को किया, फिर इंडिया को रिप्रेजेंट किया, फिर दिल्ली जा रहा है, यहाँ जा रहा है, मतलब कुछ तो है. तो हमें एक्चुअली जितना इसको सपोर्ट करना चाहिए सीरियसली हम लोग नहीं किया.
Since it is just a startup organization from our side, so we wanted to focus one thing, try getting success as much as possible, try roping in sponsors, and then maybe we can start focusing on other esport titles.
Go!
Panasonic.
What do you think the metrics are on gamers in India? Let me educate you. There are 350 million gamers in India.
To explain in layman terms as to what esports or what this kind of gaming is?
I don't know there's a textbook definition, but I guess it's
E to electronic. That means this is something that you're playing online or electronically.
on a computer or on a mobile.
And then the second word is sport. The International Olympic Committee says any competitive action that involves two or more sportsmen, teams, players, individuals, when they compete against each other in any discipline, are either better than the other person because they're stronger, they're faster, or they're higher.
I've heard that, it is a multiple billion dollars industry actually. It's not even a $1 billion industry. So from that point, it makes sense. But at this age for my child, I'm not really sure.
And India has a very unique culture, unique scene and unique mindset of the people who are getting into it. And this is a story that people who come from abroad will not be able to tell it.
मैं हार्टस्टोन खेलता हूँ जो एक स्ट्रेटेजिकल टर्न बेस्ड कार्ड गेम है. पहले मेरा जो इंटरेस्ट था डोटा, उसमें जो दो लिमिटेशंस थे कि टीम बेस्ड गेम है और अच्छा इंटरनेट रिक्वायर्ड रहता है उसमें.
These kids use a mouse on their right hand, they use a keyboard with their left hand, which are doing two separate things. Their eyes are on two parts of the screen and their mouth is talking to four teammates. The physical response that is required to go ahead and do that is what makes esports a sport.
I think it's inevitable. I think it's going to take over. I think irrespective of what I am exposing my kids to, they get exposed to it any which way.
तो खुशी इस बात की है कि जब पेपर पे नाम आया तो लगा करेगा क्या, ये कब खेलता रहता है. फिर इसने मुंबई को रिप्रेजेंट किया, महाराष्ट्र को किया, फिर इंडिया को रिप्रेजेंट किया, फिर दिल्ली जा रहा है, यहाँ जा रहा है, कुछ तो है. तो हमें एक्चुअली जितना इसको सपोर्ट करना चाहिए सीरियसली हम लोग नहीं किया.
Since it is just a startup organization from our side, so we wanted to focus one thing, try getting success as much as possible, try roping in sponsors, and then maybe we can start focusing on other esport titles.
Go! Go!
Panasonic.
What do you think the metrics are on gamers in India? Let me educate you. There are 350 million gamers in India.
To explain in layman terms as to what esports or what this kind of gaming is?
I don't know there's a textbook definition, but I guess it's
E to electronic, that means this is something that you're playing online or electronically.
on a computer or on a mobile.
And then the second word is sport. The International Olympic Committee says any competitive action that involves two or more sportsmen, teams, players, individuals, when they compete against each other in any discipline, are either better than the other person because they are stronger, they are faster, or they are higher.
I've heard that it is a multiple billion dollars industry. Actually, it's not even a $1 billion industry. So from that point, it makes sense. But at this age for my child, I'm not really sure.
And India has a very unique culture, unique scene, and unique mindset of the people who are getting into it. And this is a story that people who come from abroad will not be able to tell it.
मैं हार्टस्टोन खेलता हूँ जो एक स्ट्रेटेजिकल टर्न बेस्ड कार्ड गेम है. पहले मेरा जो इंटरेस्ट था डोटा, उसमें जो दो लिमिटेशंस थे कि टीम बेस्ड गेम है और अच्छा इंटरनेट रिक्वायर्ड रहता है उसमें.
These kids use a mouse on their right hand, they use a keyboard with their left hand, which are doing two separate things. Their eyes are on two parts of the screen and their mouth is talking to four teammates. The physical response that is required to go ahead and do that is what makes esports a sport.
I think it's inevitable. I think it's going to take over. I think irrespective of what I am exposing my kids to, they get exposed to it any which way.
तो खुशी इस बात की है कि जब पेपर पे भी नाम आया ना, तो ना करेगा क्या, ये कब खेलता रहता है. फिर इसने मुंबई को रिप्रेजेंट किया, महाराष्ट्र को किया, फिर इंडिया को रिप्रेजेंट किया, फिर दिल्ली जा रहा है, यहाँ जा रहा है. मतलब कुछ तो है. तो हमें एक्चुअली जितना इसको सपोर्ट करना चाहिए, सीरियसली हम लोग नहीं किया.
Since it is just a startup organization from our side, so we wanted to focus one thing, try getting success as much as possible, try roping in sponsors, and then maybe we can start focusing on other esport titles.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to our third match of the day. We're in the upper bracket now as Reckoning Esports face off versus Phoenix. You're watching the Yuvin Community CSGO Cup, powered by IT Peripherals and sponsored by Cooler Master. My name is Vivek. With me is Misery Signals. And Reckoning going to be starting on the CT side. I believe they won the knife round and chose CT. Misery Signals, I'm going to switch it up. What's your prediction for this game?
Man, I've got to go with the homeboys, I think Reckoning is going to take this one. But I know that Phoenix has been doing pretty well off lately. Or am I right in that regards? Have they been pretty successful?
Yeah. Yep, and they successfully find a way onto the B-bomb side. It's theirs for the taking. Now, Reckoning do have a kit on Vexy for the retake. It's going to be hard, and we want to see the CTs coming in from Banana and what they can do. They find one person towards Locks that Batman dealt with. The trade not coming in. Pokey ends up falling. Knight Rider just managed to find a kill. That's about it, but it's Rex towards the sandbags. That's doing God's work for Phoenix. Rex and Tito once again coming in clutch for Phoenix as they win the pistol.
Just a minute, guys. I need to get the overlay thing. I mean, the X-ray thing again. Seems to be not working. Yeah, I have the command.
Okay, Phoenix, I mean, they win their pistol, but Reckoning have forced things up, and this is really interesting. Phoenix might not be expecting this. Knight Riders should have some inkling that Reckoning have forced things up. Rex missing 30 points of health. Phoenix have got to play this really carefully. Wimp is only working with a 5-7 and not too much health himself. 3 players from the CT side just hovering over the B bomb side. It looks like they're going to leave Betray all by himself with the scout on the B bomb side and start stacking the A bomb side. But Phoenix, they're moving towards B. They're at least making a lot of noise at top Banana.
Now we see Siri Tito picks up the bomb.
Sir Tito.
Sir Tito. I thought there was something weird by the way I was pronouncing it. Yeah, but they have the bomb now. They look. It seems that they're gonna be going towards the A bomb side. We have engagement coming up in the arch.
Cloud and Trish pushed back into the side. Tito with the bomb, trying to clear out the side. Those cheeky corners can be a little problematic, but Phoenix face no issues as they get the bomb down. A force buy coming out from Reckoning. That's been quite heavily punished. And Reckoning might have to forego the next round. When you force up like this, it's very crucial that either you're extremely passive and don't give away the fact that you forced up, or you have some smart, measured aggression and you find a kill at the beginning of the round. Maybe more than a kill and keep your enemies on their toes. But they kind of gave away the fact that they had forced up. They didn't get the kill on the Knight Rider. And because Knight Rider had information that Reckoning did end up forcing, Phoenix played that round with caution, played it perfectly with a good amount of discipline, and won what could have been a very tricky round for them.
Yeah, and still don't have the X-ray thing showing up, so I'm just gonna do a quick reconnect. I hope we don't miss out on much.
Well, because they forced up in the previous round, Reckoning, I mean, sure, I think they farmed a little bit of money with those SMGs, but they've got to respect Phoenix, play this one with pistols. Oof. And pistols seem to be doing a lot as Wimp towards barrels does manage to find a beautiful one tap, follows it up with another 2 points of health, but he's found himself 2 kills in the process. Pokey and Batman, the only 2 terrorists alive, and Pokey is working with the Glock. I'm not quite sure what went wrong here, but he'd love to upgrade to a weapon, and he needs to upgrade to a weapon. He's got himself the Galil. This round is going to fall on Pokey and what he can manage.
Yeah, I mean, Phoenix Esports, sweaty times from Reckoning. Pokey does get the kill on Clouder. Now
yeah, and now they're moving to the A-bomb side. It's Wimp who's found 2 crucial kills, 2 points of health. Can he find even one this time around? No, Batman just finds him towards default, disposes him off, and leaves Vexy in a very awkward 1v2. Vexy doesn't have a kit. Phoenix really don't need to peek him. He can play time. They're going to smoke him off. He's going to push through the smoke. And Pokey was waiting for that.
So yeah, my boy is doing pretty well. Actually not doing that well. Reckoning. There seems to be some kind of issue with the overlay. That's why I keep getting confused about which side is playing where. But now I think that everything is resolved. And I'll be back in my element. And I can focus on casting rather than worrying about production. Sorry for that, ladies and gentlemen. This, I would like to remind you, this is the upper bracket final coming out between Reckoning Esports and Phoenix Esports. Phoenix Esports has picked up the first 3 rounds, and we see a full buy coming out from both sides now.
Yeah, I mean, this is a crucial round, right?
Yeah. Yeah, this is one of the most crucial rounds. Wimp gets the kill now. He's going to be boosted in this cheeky place. But we see the hit is coming out on the A-bomb side. A molly is going to prevent them from pushing towards that boiler room. And Phoenix Esports reassessing what they need to be doing in this round. Seem to be stuck between a rock and a hard place. Moving towards Banana now.
Yeah, I mean, they just baited out utility towards B, and they went A, they did the same, and now they're going B. So again, this round, if Reckoning want to win it, Wimp has got to be crucial. Boosted up towards Flowers, he's got to come in huge. Wimp and Vexy, how much can they do? Vexy, not that much. Wimp finds a kill, finds another. He's brought down Batman and Pokey. The one anchor on the B side, Wimp has done his bit. Reinforcements are on the way, and dare I say, Phoenix might not have a shot at holding on to this post plant. But Knight Rider is going to fight as much as he can. Cloud, unfortunately, coming in from Banana, sees both players exposed on the side, brings them down, and Reckoning put their first on the scoreboard.
Yeah, I mean, first round comes up for Reckoning. It's going to be huge for them. They're going to have a much more stable economy coming out from this round. And but I think Phoenix Esports does also have a full buy. So, not too bad for them. I'm just waiting to see if any of the teams is going to pick up an AWP. And as I say, that Knight confidence picks himself up an op, and but no op battle. So yeah, we'll have to wait for that for some other round.
Yeah, it's interesting. I believe Knight Rider played with some of these players on the side of Reckoning. So Reckoning is basically a combination of District 9 and Extreme 5. And Knight Rider, now going by the name Night Confidence, did play with them back then. Promising young lads. I mean, Wimp is definitely playing with a lot of confidence, just being aggressive towards Banana. And doing a good job in that previous round and even the rounds before with that Eagle. This man is a beast. Well, they're bursting out abs and they've found easy entries. They're going to clean up the game bomb side. I mean, I think the play from Phoenix is let's go where Wimp isn't. I'm sure it's a lot more than that, but it's worked for them. And Vexy and Wimp, I think they're doing the logical thing now, which is to save and maybe look for exit frags.
Yeah, I mean, they're going to be looking at any kind of stragglers or lurkers looking for them. But yeah, I assume that Phoenix is not going to go out of their way to, you know, take away these weapons from the side of Reckoning Esports. But as I say that, we see Rex and who's with that? That is Pokey. They're going to be looking. They know that these two players are going to be hiding up in this hole.
Yep.
And all falls down to the heavy shoulders of Vexy.
Whoops. Rex with the white swing gets one. Pokey takes care of Wimp's gun. Both CTs end up dying, so nobody's going to save.
Very well done. The double peek Vexy, and he has no chance to get a return frag or any kind of trade. Yeah, I know, ladies and gentlemen, we are having some issue with the X-ray, but that's something.
Is it working now? I know it's very buggy. That's why.
Yeah, I have reconnected like 10 times, but it doesn't seem to be working. I'm really sorry, ladies and gentlemen. I'll try to get a fix on that, but we have the 6th round coming up our way. Phoenix Esports leading with four rounds to their name to 1 round of Reckoning Esports. And a lot of commotion happening in the apartments. We see that Pokey gets the first kill on Clouda.
Yeah.
He's also
Trish has got to be huge here. Yeah, it had to come down to Trish. This is a pistol that's gone really good for Reckoning. I mean, they're just working with upgraded pistols, and they've done really well so far. Just being very smartly aggressive across the map, knowing that Pokey was towards second and they aggress together. They get a couple of kills, they fall back. Unfortunately, they haven't upgraded any of their pistols.
Yeah, but they still not given away the position, so still working with some kind of advantage. It all just falls down to Trist. If he can get 1 kill, maybe buy some time. That's not gonna happen. I mean, I was just gonna say that if he can buy some time for Vexy to move in, but as we say, the commentator's curse kicks in. I'm really sorry, Reckoning Esports, but I'm just trying to do my job here. So yeah, I don't think he's going to contest this. He's just gonna pick up an op. I mean, that he's gonna be pretty happy.
Oh, he picks up an op. Okay.
Yeah. Do you think that's a mistake coming out from Phoenix Esports? One of them should have been behind the op, or someone should have been covering
in a 2v2 you can't expect that.
Yeah, and at this stage, at such a high level, you know, anything can go wrong in a split second. So they decided to play it safe. Can't complain with that.
Yeah. If they had a 3rd or 4th player alive, definitely. And if you look at Tito, he's trying to do just that. He's trying to go in search of the op. They tried, but unfortunately for them, Reckoning do manage to sneak in an op. It's in the hands of Betray. And Reckoning have a proper buy. This is a crucial round in terms of confidence, in terms of the momentum of this half, and Reckoning want to be able to win this. I just feel that we might see Phoenix hit A more often.
Yeah, and now we have the op versus op battle, but no peeking in mid.
Knight Rider is positioned towards mid, waiting for somebody to peek out of brackets, but nobody's really giving him that opportunity.
We have heavy presence from the side of Phoenix Esports in the Banana region, and a weird setup from Reckoning Esports. They have only one player defending the CT side of B bomb side.
Yeah,
This is line up the smokes.
It's
pretty easy.
It's Betray with the op though. Let's see what Betray can do. He gets flashed out of his position. They don't know he has an op. They check flowers. They don't find anyone there. Betray towards construction. It's going to be a 5v5 retake. There's a lot of utility for the side of Phoenix. The problem is Batman drops really low. Somehow though, he does manage to find Wimp through the smoke. That's the top frag of Reckoning dying at the beginning of the retake. The bomb is going down. A Molotov and a flash available for Phoenix. A couple of flashes and a smoke. More than a smoke available for Reckoning. Betray peeking, gets caught, blindsided by Pokey's flash. He's gonna end up dying, but he's got Vexy by his side to trade him out. A 4v3. The terrorists still do have the numbers, and Knight Rider with the op. Pokey with the AK. They're gonna lay them to rest. Phoenix put a 6th round on the board. Now Reckoning can put together some sort of a buy.
Yeah,
and they've been a team that's forced in the past. I really don't know.
Yeah, seems like a weird position to be in, but we saw like textbook execution coming out from the side of Phoenix Esports. The smokes falling in the right places, the flashes popping at the right moment, blinding the side of Reckoning, and they just seem to be cruising in this T side. Timeout from Reckoning, I suppose. Just gonna reassess their strategy and reassess their position in this match.
No, this is not a technical timeout. I mean, this is not a tactical timeout. This is a technical timeout.
Oh, okay. My bad, ladies and gentlemen. But yeah, it's gonna give them some time to reassess their strategy.
Yep.
So,
it looks like they're gonna force actually.
yeah, but
I mean,
with the SMGs.
Yeah, I mean that SMG plus utility is always better than assault rifle and less utility.
Yeah, so they want to go for the 9th round full buy rather than going for this weird buy on round 8.
Yeah. Or if they
Probably-
win this, they'll have a very good buy in the next round.
Yeah,
Or they'll essentially pick up a lot of rifles as well.
That's also something that Reckoning is going to be looking forward to. I'm looking at Trist. He has a lot of money saved up. Probably going to buy the op for Betray. And we haven't seen a really good op versus op battle. Maybe that's what something Reckoning is not doing. Taking control of the mid region. They're putting a lot of people in apartments and in Arch. But taking mid control is something that's very crucial in a map like Inferno. Yeah, this is Inferno. I was just shooting bricks for 1 second. But yeah, it seems to be a disconnect coming out from the side of Phoenix. But now everyone is back in the server. We're going to be going live again soon, ladies and gentlemen. And yeah, we have the reset now. I'm just gonna go and check if everything is running smooth on the stream. We do realize that there is no X-ray. I hope it works now. I mean, I'm spamming the X button, guys. I mean, I'm trying my best here.
You might have to use the command.
Yeah, I did that. I did spec underscore show underscore X-ray space 1. I'll try to reconnect if the game is not going live. Yeah, I'm just gonna reconnect.
Okay. Well, for those of you just tuning in, you're watching the Yuvin Community Cup, powered by IT Peripherals and sponsored by Cola Master. We are watching Reckoning versus Phoenix. This is an upper bracket game, so neither team will be eliminated. Still, a lot at stake. As Reckoning did eventually decide to force, it's a very awkward buy in my opinion. I mean, 3 players have gone for SMGs, and 2 of them just working with Eagles. Not too many nades, and Vexy already eats one straight to the face, down to 49 points of health.
But
could be.
But the important thing is we have X-ray back on. I'm not gonna fiddle with any settings from now on, ladies and gentlemen. This is gonna be what's gonna be running on stream. I know the overlay is a little weird, but yeah, it's gonna kick in soon.
The X-ray thing is something you'll have to fight every time you rejoin.
Man, I'm just gonna have a really tough time crying. Okay, now, yeah, Elika is popping the X-ray. I can see that too. Thank you, Elika, for the heads up. But yeah, we're seeing... I think there seems to be some issue with the overlay as well, which is gonna be fine in the next round. So I think you need to be the one who fills us up on what's happening around the map and all the trades.
For now, Phoenix are mainly outside the B bomb side, and the CTs have somewhat read this. Reckoning, they read this and then they doubted themselves. Wimp is really confused as to where he needs to be. Trish finds a kill somehow, and it's going to boil down to Wimp and Vexy and what they can do. Vexy's been rather strong with the Deagle. Wimp this time has himself an Eagle. He's thinking of pushing it through the smoke. Finds a player towards Hop it. The trade comes in a bit too late. Rexy being a little sloppy with the AK. Gets punished. Falls to Clouda. And now it's Tito all by himself. Reckoning win the round. A beautiful force buy coming up from them. I mean, I doubted it. I wasn't sure if it was going to work. But one simple pop flash from CT. Wimp pushing and Rex being a little slow, a little sloppy.
Yeah, I mean, Reckoning, as I was talking about Phoenix having good execution on B-bomb side, we see that Reckoning also pull off a beautiful flash and then a couple of trades and they come out on top of this round. So and now they have a comfortable buy. They're going to be a little settled in terms of the economy if they manage to get one more. Molly damage being taken by Rex, he drops down to 5 HP. And that's what I was talking about, right? Taking mid control, we have Betray hopping away near the arch, gets a kill on second mid, but a lot of presence being shown by Phoenix Esports in the banana. I mean, it has been working out for them, right? They have had many successful B hits, so they're gonna do the same thing, lining up their molly, lining up their smokes.
Yeah, it's a simple B hit. I mean, they've tossed a lot towards B. I think they're reconsidering their options. There's a pop flash to help them go through, but there's a Molotov. Burns Rex. He didn't have much health to work with, and Vexy with the AK finds both Pokey and Knight Rider. Wimp will chime in with a kill. Tito will fall. Phoenix.
Yeah, a little bit indecisiveness coming from Phoenix, or I would say the Reckoning is reading them pretty well. They get the first kill in mid with Betray. He gets an op kill, and then I think it's just easy picking for Reckoning. They put a counter smoke in the banana, and that stops any kind of aggression coming out from the side of Phoenix Esports. Now an eco from Phoenix Esports. They're going to be just scrambling for kills. Probably just a throwaway round.
Yep, I mean, it's not meant to amount to much, but Rexy will still try. He does manage to bring down Vexy. Still a 4v4, and it is possible for Phoenix Esports to somehow win this round. If nothing else, inflict some damage. They're going to try and just jump straight on top of Wim. They'll trade each other. Tito there with the Deagle, they bring down Wimp. The B side is in a bit of a precarious position as Betray with the op from CT will get one. He's the one member of the CT side. It's already on the B bomb side. Rotations have started to come in. A couple of flashes available, but Trish will die. Now a 2v2. Very doable for the side of Phoenix, considering that Pokey does have an AK. Cloud up. Probably wants to wait. Hops over onto the coffin. Yeah, deals with Knight Rider, and they've dealt with Pokey as well. It was a little touch and go. I mean, Phoenix got the plant, which is a model victory, but Reckoning win the round, which is just much more important.
Yeah, a little sloppy from them, but not too bad. It was an eco. They couldn't save any guns from that. But they're gonna pick up. They're gonna have the bomb plant. So probably a full buy coming. Yeah, full buy coming out from Phoenix Esports, but no op being picked up on their side. Meanwhile, we have Betray on Reckoning Esports. It's gonna be rocking the op, presumably in the mid region. Let's see if we can get a early pick.
I mean, I think what Batman did in that one round, went, oh, what? This is nutty. This is some absolute godlike utility usage towards Banana. They're taking heavy control of Banana. They found Rex.
Yeah, and
Tito and Rex trying to contest Banana early. They don't have the most pleasant of results as Batman ends up dying. Knight Rider lost a lot of health early on. Bit by bit, Phoenix is getting picked apart. And just look at Reckoning, they haven't lost a single teammate. Knight Rider cannot do all that much. I think he's given away his position towards Boiler as well. No openings for Phoenix. There is still a minute on the clock though.
yeah, and Reckoning just seem to find their momentum. Have been taken back-to-back rounds. I think King Confidence.
Knight Rider.
Yeah. Knight Confidence, I mean. Get sandwiched. And Sir Tito is gonna fall. As I was saying, Reckoning Esports do find their momentum. Gonna pick up a 5th round for themselves. And yeah. When do you think a team should pull out a timeout? You know. And
not this round for Phoenix. If they call it, they'll probably call it after the loss of the next round. If they lose the next round.
Okay.
This round is an interesting buy. I mean, Pokey is the one player who's upgraded and got himself an AK. Phoenix might, with this very awkward buy, they might actually sneak in a win. They're going to contest Banana early. They've been met with Molotovs. They've all grouped up towards top Banana. And this is forcing a lot of CT rotations. Just look at the mini-map. You already got Betray moving in towards CT spawn with the AWP, and immediately Phoenix just starts swinging towards A. They're playing the map a lot faster than Reckoning. Betray just now coming into Archers. Excuse me, that's Trish and Betray coming into Archers. They want control of the site. There's a play in pit that they've got to contend to. Clouda will manage to find one. Betray from water finds another. Trish, Vexy, and the others chime in. The offense has been shut down. The hero AK on Phoenix, on Pokey, not doing all that much as Phoenix tied at 6-6. If they call a timeout, it's probably after winning or losing this round for Phoenix.
Yeah, and I was talking about Reckoning. You know, Clouda, my boy, doing so well, was alone. Okay, we seem to have a restart for this round. Yeah, and I was talking about Clouda. You know, holds his ground in the pit, gets smoked out, and spams away to stop any kind of aggression towards him, and get support from Betray and Vexy. Yeah, so they have six rounds to their name now, and 6-6 coming out. Can we have some 666 in chat right now? So do you think this map is going the way Reckoning Esports planned out? Like, were they hoping to be in a better place, or is this already too good for them right now? Or would you rather have them have a couple more rounds?
Sorry, could you repeat the question?
Yeah. Do you think Reckoning is happy with the position that they are in right now? Like, 6
I mean,
rounds?
they're happy that they've come back. They'd obviously love to close the half 9-6. It's very easy to say what you'd love in a game of CS. But it's been a very solid comeback coming up with them.
Oh, did you just see what happened with Trish and Batman? They just crossed each other, and Trish, just being a little more aware at that point of time, gets the kill on Batman.
Yep. That was... Reckoning have really switched things up. I'm quite impressed with how they've turned their playstyle in the course of this half. It's a seismic shift in how they've approached the game. They're a lot more dynamic on the map, and their approach towards controlling Banana has just been quite impressive. Even the nades being chucked in from mid. So Phoenix are actually a bit taken aback by what Reckoning has brought to the table suddenly.
Yeah, 5 rounds in succession, you know.
Yeah, what remains to be seen is whether, I mean, irrespective of this half, will Reckoning have enough depth on their T side to break down Phoenix? This is the first game I'm casting of Reckoning, and I'm so far I'm very impressed with how they swung. It shows that there is a very calm IGL that's calling for them. I'm not quite sure who it is,
Yeah, even I'm casting their games for the first time. So yeah, welcome to the group, man.
Yeah. So they have a good voice leading them. That really was responsible for them coming back. They made a lot of interesting buys, and even if they didn't all fully work out, one of them did, and they've got they like when you play CS at a certain level, and this is not the highest level, at a certain level, it's about first playing your game well, and that's what Reckoning do. At a higher level, it gets deeper into you preparing for your opponents. But at a basic fundamental level, it's about you playing your game well on your own terms. And I can see Reckoning do that.
Yeah, I think it always works out well when you're more focused on what you want to do rather than being reactive towards your opponent. Clouda is going to pick up the first kill and he scouts out the bomb. Now we see rotation coming out from Vexy. They're going to put more people in this segment. For Flash.
This is... Yeah, I didn't expect anything else. I mean, Tito is just going to be a nuisance with that AK. Tito manages to clutch this, though.
Yeah, I mean, the unexpected is gonna happen.
He's made noise. Wimp knows. I don't think Wimp will miss, and Wimp won't. 8-6. We are in our last round of the first half, and it seems as if Phoenix will be able to put together a buy. Yeah. And it appears as if Reckoning are going to be running 2 ops. I'm not quite sure. Okay, it's Wimp and Betray. Wimp is so good on the rifle. It's a pity to see him turn over to the dark side and run the op. But I'm sure he'll do fine.
But let's see if it is going to come back to haunt them. You know, when the scores are tied on 14 and 14. Are they going to remember this double op setup, or is it going to work out for them? And Rexy gets the first kill.
Yeah. There's one difference between both these teams, at least from this half, that I want to talk about a little later. Because Phoenix, they've made deep inroads into the B bomb side. They're looking to close this half with an advantage as Rexy gets kill after kill. It's just Betray with the op. Just Betray with the op cannot do so much. 1v5. And Betray sees the head of Batman. That's the last image in his head before this half comes to an end. 8-7. Phoenix did put up a decent fight, but there's one thing I wanted to say that Phoenix do a little better than Reckoning, and that is flash for each other.
Well, that's true.
Yeah, I'm not like there are things that Reckoning do a lot better, but the one thing that Phoenix does better is that they're much better at flashing in each other. Their flashes for each other are a lot more nuanced and a lot more fluid and flexible. Reckoning is very, very good at using their nades and their molotovs. I think that would be the difference that I noticed. Now, flashing for each other is a quality you really want on your T side. I just hope that Reckoning have enough depth in their strat book where this small team mechanic, this small team dynamic doesn't affect them.
Well, yeah, I want to talk about some distribution of kills according in both the teams. We see that Night Confidence just has 5 kills. Do you think that's how much does that factor into confidence when you have like low kills and you're going up against like a 2v1 or a 3v1?
Sorry, what? Could you repeat that? How much?
I was talking about the distribution of kills, right? Like we see Night Confidence is just on 5 kills, and
it's kind of role dependent. It has nothing to. I mean, everybody plays a certain role in the game, and in certain maps versus certain play styles, certain roles are more likely to shine. I think you'll see Night Confidence get a lot of kills on the CT side if he's having a average day.
And any standout performances from you in the first half? Anyone that is stand out, like anyone
stand out. I mean, there's something I want to talk about, and that's Rex. Not because he's sitting there with the highest number of kills, which I only just now noticed, but because of something that's very important in Counter-Strike and something that's plagued Indian Counter-Strike a lot. And I'll get to that later. But yeah, for now, our first pistol. Phoenix They've just left one player all alone on the B bomb side, and that's Tito. Flashed, he's gonna run away. Here's one Glock, and one Glock is enough. It seems to be enough for both 9 Confidence as well as Rex to just swing back to B. Phoenix not with the best of reads here. Not quite sure how well this might work out for them. Trist has aggressive control of Boiler. What we want to look at is Pokey and what Pokey can do. It's Pokey as well as Batman that are key in this round, but again, look at the T's. They swung into CT spawn, and I think they know this. Pokey gets caught off. Knight Rider is calling for the rotations as the T's swing in from arches into CT spot, onto the B bomb site, straight into Rex's process, where they meet Doom for a little bit, but they managed to pull it back as Betray gets 2 crucial kills.
They don't know, sir. Tito is still in sight. Oh! Denies the plant, and he's going to be looking at construction.
Oh, they know exactly where the last player is. They didn't check that triple box, and Tito. Sneaky. As meant to do enough for Batman to trade though. Great stuff coming up from both teams. A very puggish call coming up from Reckoning. It was a very layered and a nuanced version of a. I mean, I'm just reminded of some of my friends and the kind of calls they make on So Strong or Face It. But it was a much more nuanced version than that, and it nearly worked. Tito was their undoing. Great stuff coming up from Betray. I really respect whoever is trying to lead this Reckoning team, and he's doing a very good job of leading this Reckoning team. This round, though, can't expect much from Reckoning.
Well, yeah, not even one item being bought. Like it's okay. Betray has picked up himself some Kevlar, and yeah, that's gonna be it. And we see a lot of presence in the apartments from Reckoning Esports. I think they're just looking for any kind of kill, you know, maybe just sandwiching someone. Okay, seems to be some issue with the observing. Okay, now we're back. I mean, that was a shooting gallery. Knight Confidence just picks them up one by one, and Phoenix is going to take away the round from Reckoning Esports. Now, Reckoning Esports have managed to get some kind of economy going for them. They will be having a full buy.
Yeah.
But I don't see any upgrades coming from the CT. I mean, Knight Confidence has money to buy an M4 for his teammate, but chooses to go with the FAMAS.
No, this is very standard. You keep the SMGs if you can, and invest in utility. If they're following through from the previous round, keep them. It's always look, a weaker weapon but more utility is always more important, especially on the CT side. Somehow Cloud and Betray have lost a lot of their health.
I mean, Reckoning still has a lot of ground to cover.
They're walking into B where Tito is walking with that MP9. Tito was so instrumental in winning that previous round. Can he stand up this time around as well? Batman catches one towards Apps. There's just Trish making noise, falling back, showing presence towards Boiler. And it's interesting. I mean, Phoenix want to gamble each round. They keep moving across the map. They've already got Knight Confidence moving into B.
Yeah, now we see...
But they've given up Arch. Look at this. I think Reckoning are doing a very good job of playing the map.
30 seconds
now
to
would
go.
be a perfect time to burst out. Time is ticking. They walk up brackets. Are they going to do the same play? They've because of how they've shown presence towards B, they've actually stretched the player from Arch onto the B bomb side, and now the CTs are pushing B. Phoenix know that it's an A hit, but it might be too little too late as Wimp and Vexy find openings. The bomb needs to get planted. Hello? It is being planted. This time there's no Tito on the bomb side, but there's Tito elsewhere. Tito and Rex will manage to find Vexy and Betray. Fortunately, Tito ends up falling. Rex and Knight Confidence on the retake. They haven't got a kill. Rex trying to clear angles. Yeah, they know about Cloud. They found one. Rex will just swipe over, deal with Clouda, but unfortunately Wimp in that corner. That is a very awkward corner to play. You're more likely than not going to get free fire there, but Wimp playing it like a boss, standing strong, clutching that round for the boys as Reckoning and Phoenix are now tied at 9-9.
Yeah, I mean, we get to see a very exciting match in the upper bracket final between Reckoning Esports and Phoenix Esports. A very back and forth and pretty exciting, I would say. But let's see what now we. Wait. Did Night Confidence save the op?
No, he purchased for them.
So okay, so he's gonna go for a solo op round or whatever, and I think he's gonna try to save or just try to get any kills if he can. Probably hand over the weapon of anyone who gets killed by him to his teammates.
Yeah, the objective is to stay alive with this gun, not dive.
And Trist has other options. Poki is still around, picks up the op, and he's gonna move to a much closer position. But I think Trist realizes that someone has picked up his op.
Yeah, you should know.
I mean, when you hear that sound, you know you're doing something right. Another pop flash. I think they need to get away. They cannot contest this. They cannot afford to lose this op. Sir Tito gets Wimp with his deagle, and I think Reckoning is going to be comfortable. We see that Batman is just trying to find any exit frags. But yeah, another round for Reckoning Esports. Batman gets taken down by Betray, and Reckoning Esports doing pretty well. I mean, we saw in the last round how close they like to play to the edge. Just making an execution in like 20 seconds are left on the clock. They're gonna take away and have 10 rounds to their name. And, yeah, now we're gonna see a proper buy coming out from the side of Phoenix Esports. I mean, Night Confidence doesn't have much.
Yeah, I mean, I think Batman will give him a weapon, or maybe he'll just work with what he has.
This is a technical timeout or a?
Yeah, when it's a tactical timeout, you'll see text terrorist timeout and time tick, or counter terrorist timeout.
Okay.
It's where you see match paused. There it will read the term. I mean, it'll read out counter terrorist timeout or terrorist timeout.
Okay, yeah, I think they have written .tech. I'm reading all this from my console. So yeah, we're gonna be going live soon, and a double up.
Yeah, double up setup. I think someone's having internet issues here.
I mean, that's the age-old problem that we have in India. It's electricity and the internet.
Yep.
I mean, how many tournaments have we lost like this? I remember in Dota we had Signify or someone who were very. It was a neck-to-neck match, or maybe Signify were not doing that well. But I think they were a couple of games away from securing themselves a position in the closed qualifiers, and they could not play due to some internet issue. I think you and Floki were covering it. Do you have any memory from that?
I've actually seen a team fight change because of an internet issue.
Okay, I have seen Signify play 4 versus 5 and still win the match due to unseen circumstances. But yeah, I'm pretty sure both the teams are gonna be fine soon. Hopefully, Jhartu ko Mumbai bhi nahi likhne
Don't read that.
Yeah. I mean, I'm very happy that the console has very tiny text so no one can read what's happening, and I'm not gonna be reading out this for you guys. Anyway, for people who are just tuning in, this is the upper bracket final. We're going to be going live in 15 seconds. Please like the stream and subscribe to our channel if you want to see more of this content, more of tournaments that are being organized by Yuvin community. And yeah, we're gonna be going live for round number 20.
Yep, important round for Phoenix. The scores, well, it's a small lead that Reckoning are working with in terms of scores. But after this round, Phoenix will not have much of a buy. I mean, they'll have max loss bonus, but they won't have the privilege of running 2 orbs. Okay, apologies. 1 second. They will not have max loss bonus. It's been back and forth. They'll have some loss bonus. The scoreboard isn't actually reflecting it. But yeah, it's even max loss bonus or even a second round loss bonus. It's not going to be enough for a very good buy. They're probably going to have to forfeit the next round just in terms of economy.
Yeah,
So this round is very crucial for them.
We see a restart coming on for the round. Maybe some issues for both the players. Hopefully they get resolved soon enough. And yeah, we have some things to talk about, Vivek. What do you want to talk about now? What are you doing? Like, how is the weather in Mumbai? Is it like a classic chai pakode?
It's rainy. Yeah, it is like that. How is it in Bangalore?
It's pretty much the same. It's pretty overcast. I don't think it's raining, but I have my cup of tea ready in front of me, and I'm going to be sipping away and being a little annoying on the cast. I'm sorry for that, ladies and gentlemen. There's nothing that we can do. When it's chai time for Indians, it is chai time for Indians. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so me being a newcomer to the CSGO scene, right? One player that I would like to talk about is Wimp. Wimp has been like my favorite, so to speak, because I see that he takes a lot of opening frags, right? He has taken the role of opening a site or opening in area of the map. Of course, that goes in conjunction with his teammate being the one who pops the flash or some kind of utility being thrown in front or behind him. But yeah, he's been my MVP till now. What about you? Do you have
for Reckoning? Yeah, I mean, it shows that Betray has more skills, but Wimp has been the player, like, in terms of individual skill, that's impressed me the most here.
Yeah, and on the side of Phoenix, I think it has to be Rex. Even though he has the highest number of kills, his sheer like the way he plays, he going from area to area, playing with his team, getting the first frag in the site or in the map. I think yeah, he's been pretty influential for his team. Okay, I think there's some lag stuff happening with Koki, and hopefully that gets resolved soon. And if you have any questions for us, please tag us on YouTube chat and ask us. You can also ask any questions to any pros who are watching. And yeah, Vivek is gonna pretty much clear them up, because I'm here just to listen to him and learn something from him.
I think we have Spawn in chat from Too Easy. Spawn, who's the IGL in Too Easy? And whoever it is, he does a really good job, especially on the T side. I was quite impressed with Too Easy as well. They're one of the teams that I look forward to watching more of in tournaments. Too Easy, Wicked, they really played very mature Counter-Strike, and I was quite impressed with them. Is it Spawn? Spawn, are you the IGL? I don't know. I might be. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I don't know who's your IGL. But I'd love to find out more. Raw Fuel also had some pretty sick aim. Like, Raw Fuel is like how. I mean, I play Counter-Strike. I have no fear. I press W. This is why I hate Valorant, because you have to press Shift the moment a retake begins, no matter where you are on the map. I'm more of a press W and kill or go home and sleep kind of player.
Yeah, even I've started playing Valorant. I know I'm not that good. I'm not very good at aiming. And
have you calibrated in Valorant?
No, I haven't. I've just been, I mean, like, Sharky doesn't let me play any games. I mean, anytime he has free, he'll be like, join the voice channel, help me out with this stuff. I mean, he's doing a pretty good job of running this whole tournament by himself. And of course, with a lot of people who are doing this, I would like to give a quick shout out to them. We have the GFX team. In the GFX team, we have Cannibal, we have Gati 1997,